Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out the 1978 Superman movie. I am not the biggest fan of Superman. I guess I've never really grown up with Superman. Batman I've always known, like Spider-Man I've always known, but Superman, one of the bigger superheroes, I've never really read any of his comics, I've never really watched any of his movies. I've only really seen Man of Steel as the Superman movie, so I've never seen these old movies. I've never really kind of dipped my toe in any Superman stuff, but I'm really excited to check this one out. This is a very famous movie, and I think I know John Williams' score for it. It's a very famous score, so I'm very excited to hear it in the film. But yeah, I don't really know too much about Superman. I know his weakness is kryptonite. I know he comes from another planet. He's an alien, and I know his name is Clark Kent. That's basically all I know. Whatever was in Man of Steel is what I know about Superman. And yeah, before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. So I'm kind of on the edge of whether I should go red or yellow, because Superman's colors are red and yellow, of course, but I think I'm gonna go red because I think red is just better for this movie. I don't know, I'm expecting some cool fights and stuff, maybe. Hopefully, I mean, it is 1978, so we're not gonna have any big budget special effect blockbuster fights, but maybe we'll have some cool moments, and I think red will suit those moments better than yellow. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose, so thank you so much if you check it out. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, let's fly our way into Superman. I hope you enjoy my reaction to the 1978 Superman the movie. Let's go! Marlon Brando is in this movie. Richard Donner film. Let's go, Richard Donner. Listen to this score too. Woo! Superman, 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 Superman. Let's go. Oh, I do know this score. I do know this score. It's so iconic. Oh my god, John Williams did not have to go this hard, but also he did. It's Superman. I actually love this opening sequence. Like, it's like we're going through all the nebulas and stuff, but it's also like fiery. It's so cool. I don't know. It's awesome. Directed by Richard Donner. Let's go, Richard. Oh my god, I'm so pumped up for this movie.
This is no fantasy. No careless product of wild imagination.
Whoa, we are really close to that man's face.
To pronounce judgment on those accused.
It would suck to be judged by these giant faces. Are we gonna get a Zod?
Finally, General Zod.
Yeah, let's go.
You have heard the evidence. The
That wasn't
decision of the
evidence.
council will now be heard.
That wasn't evidence. You were just talking. You could have said anything. You could have just said he likes rubber ducks. Evidence.
Both you! And then one day, your ass!
Oh, Superman, Superman. Marlon Brando actually looks pretty good in the outfit he's in, though. Like the black robes and then the white hair with the curl. Oh, that's actually, he looks pretty good. Whoa. Whoa, that's so cool. That's awesome. Like a magical piece of glass. Is it a prison? Like a mirror dimension prison sort of thing? Yeah, what the heck? That's so cool.
If not sooner.
I tell you, Krypton is simply shifting its orbit.
Oh. Oh, the planet's gone. See you later, son. Someone in the costume department really said, we're gonna wrap them in so much aluminum foil. Oh, they look good though.
Neither I nor my wife will leave Krypton.
But your son will. Notice how he didn't say that.
Their atmosphere will sustain him.
He's like, I want my son to be a god. That's the only reason. Oh, the sun's creeping, guys. The sun's creeping. Why is the council dumb? Can't they just use their eyes? Whenever I see him, I only see the Godfather. So when he kissed that baby, I was like, oh, Godfather moment.
You will travel far, my little Kalel. I bequeath you, my son. You will carry me inside you all the days of your life,
Oh, man.
as your life will be seen through mine.
Oh, man. Marlon Brando's so good. Man, that speech mixed with John Williams' music, that was film perfection, and no one will tell me otherwise. You know, the council literally deserved to die. How could they not see this? I was like, peace. Peace out, boys. Whoa. Oh, I understand, because that planet's like ice and crystal, right? And so it must be melting. The sun literally just exploded as well as Krypton. The sun literally just exploded as well. What the heck? That's so awesome. But everyone is dead, so maybe not as awesome as I'm saying it is. But it was still really cool.
Space and time. It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history.
How would he interfere with human history? Can he go back in time? Oh wait, doesn't he like spin the world backwards at some point and he reverses time? That happens in one of these movies, right? I don't know if it's this one though. Imagine seeing this. Imagine seeing a meteor hit the ground and then a child walk out.
Martha, now you saw how we found him, you know. Martha?
How do you know her name? Martha! How do you know her name? Batman and Superman, anyone? Oh! Wow. I wish I was as strong as that kid.
And looking like a football team.
Hey, Clark, let's have all those clothes washed and ready for tomorrow's game, okay?
That's Clark? That's Superman? Oh yeah, you can see his little like hair twirl at the front of his head. That's not what I imagined Christopher Reeves to look like. That's the guy who's playing Superman, right?
Come on, Lana. Come on, let's go. Come on, he's got a...
Clark laser beam him in the face. It's gone. It just became the sky. That looks so fun. That looks like it's so fun. I love how slow his arms are moving. Oh my god, there he is running. What an image.
It's just that guys like that Brad, I just want to tear them apart.
Yeah, fair.
And there's one thing I do know, son, and that is you are here for a reason.
Yeah.
But I do know one thing. It's not to score touchdowns. Huh?
But what if it was, okay? You just said you don't know his actual reason. So what if it was? You never know. What? Are you okay? That horse is just staring at him. Is he actually dead? There's no way. Is he actually dead? No way, he actually died. He's gone? See, since I've seen Man of Steel, I was expecting him to be sucked up by a tornado for some reason, because that's how he dies in Man of Steel. Smallville. Oh yeah, that's where they live, hey? Man, I have chills. I think that's John Williams' score giving me chills. Man, what a composer that guy is. Oh, it's a ship, isn't it? It's a ship! Oh, no, it's not a ship. It's just a crystal. Wow. What a beautiful shot. Look how big and grand that sky looks.
Do you know where you're headed?
North.
Wow, I love that shot so much. Woohoo! Chills again. Chill number 2 right there. Again with John Williams' score, but also some of these shots are immaculate. Oh man, this is so beautiful. Interesting. Why did he decide to do that? Whoa. That was a huge flash. Whoa. That looks so cool. I'm so confused right now, but I'm also intrigued. He's made an exploding ice fortress out of a green crystal. Was it a key or something? How did he know where to throw it?
By that reckoning, I will have been dead for many thousands of your years.
Thousands of our years?
Here in this fortress of solitude.
That's what this is.
Your name is Kal-El. You are the only survivor of the planet Krypton.
Well, not the only.
You will far exceed those of mortal. It is forbidden for you to interfere with human history. Rather let your leadership stir others too.
Okay, interfere with human history. Okay, that just means interfere with the present.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
I love that montage so much. That montage, Superman! Oh, he can fly now. Oh my god, how awesome was that? That montage was so calming because I could listen to Marlon Brando speak into my ears all day long. He was so relaxing and the visuals were so psychedelic. And then the music hits, Superman in his outfit. Oh man, I'm so excited.
Smile. Honey, cheese, and bloodletting.
Is that Lois?
What are you writing, Miss Lane?
Yes, it is.
There's only one P in rapist. Lois Lane, say hello to Clark Kent. Told you one P. Hello, Miss Lane. How are
And he has the big glasses. Oh my god.
Oh, well, of course not, Lois. I mean, why would anyone want to make a total stranger look like a fool?
And make mine black and no sugar. Right, Chief. And don't call me Sugar.
Blood is Metropolis.
Right, Chief.
Bloom in the park.
Right, sugar.
But he is, in my 40 years in this business, the fastest typist I've ever seen. Excuse me.
Oh, really?
Here, you're forgotten.
Oh, I bet he uses his super speed to type. That's awesome.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you very much, Miss Wright.
Oh my god, I love how, like, unconfident he is when he's speaking and stuff like that. I love it. I love it.
Gosh, on the whole, I'd say it's been swell.
Swell? There are very few people left in the world who feel comfortable saying that word.
I say swell sometimes. Will not lie. It's such a fun word.
Hurry up. Come on.
Clark, I think we better get out of here.
I think we better do what he says, Lois.
Come on. Get in here, quick.
Don't do anything.
Punch him, punch him, punch him.
Please don't point that at me, sir. You could hurt somebody with that.
This must be so fun for him.
Lois, what are you doing?
Oh my god, Lois is about to be the coolest person ever. He caught the bullet!
Worth risking your life over $10, 2 credit cards, a hairbrush, and a lipstick?
How did you know that?
Well, what?
Exactly what was in her purse.
Um,
Oh, X-ray vision! That's why he has X-ray vision. I forgot. I keep like just remembering his powers as they come along. This is really fun.
Maybe you lead us to the big man himself.
Lex Luthor?
You got it, Amish.
Lex Luthor's in this movie? Man, Harry's about to get into a hairy situation. Oh my god, is he gonna step out and get run over by a train? What if he's gone? What if he's gone? Oh, I thought he was gonna grab on the train, but that's even cooler. Oh my god, it's gonna push him. It's gonna push him. Oh. That's Lex Luthor? Is that him? Doesn't look like Lex Luthor to me. I thought Lex Luthor was bald.
Try twist it.
I like this actor though, so I'm okay with it.
Why? You ask why? Why does the phone always ring when you're in the bathtub?
That is so true. That is actually so true.
It's a real estate swindle of all time.
Lex, what is this obsession with real estate? All the time, land, land, land.
He's a realtor.
Remember my father said, land. Right. It's a pity that...
Well, hopefully he sticks to landing with this plan.
Okay?
Night. Lois, I was wondering if maybe you'd like to have a little dinner with me.
Oh, gosh, Clark, I'm sorry. I'm
I love Lois's outfit. Also, I
Yeah,
love
Air
the
Force
camera
One's
work.
landing at the airport.
Richard Donner's camera work has been exceptional in this movie.
Oh, sure. Night.
Don't know if Lois is being rude or if she's just being busy. I think she's just being busy. I don't think she's being rude. She seems pretty nice. It's just all over the place, like scattered. Is something gonna happen on this helicopter ride? Oh yeah, something is.
Set it down, set it down. Oh my god, we lost stabilizer, rotor control. I can't hold it, I can't.
Don't hold it, just turn it off. You're like 3 feet off the ground. If you turn it off, everything's fine.
Step back, folks. All right, let's get back.
I hope someone says, is it a bird? Is it a plane? I hope someone says that in this movie.
Okay, folks, come on, hold it. Get back.
Superman, we need you now more than ever. He's gonna catch her while she's falling, right? Listen to the music! Listen to the music! It's ramping up! Woohoo! I love that. Ah!
Easy, miss. I've got you.
Haha, let's go, Superman. That's sick. Oh my god, John Williams, man. He does not have to go this hard.
Who are you?
A friend.
Yes! A friend.
Bye.
He's like a friend. Oh, he's like a bye. He's so nice. What a gentleman. Whoa, that was sick.
Hi there. Nothing wrong with the elevator?
That was so cool. Superman just lets him fall too. Imagine just seeing that. I would be freaked out.
These bottles on me. Let me get my hat.
Honestly, the flying effects don't look that bad. They look pretty decent. For 1978, probably amazing.
Haven't I told you not telling lies?
That lady, that girl just got smacked by her mom.
Roger. Well,
Niner.
doesn't look too good. What do you think? What the?
I think it's not looking the greatest either.
What the hell's going on out there?
Fly. Don't look, just fly. Just trust me.
He's the best actor in this entire movie.
Order!
Oh wait, is he bald?
Passing through. Not on your life, which I would gladly sacrifice, by the way.
Well, anyway, who's talking cheap? I'll make him a partner if I have to, right?
Right, Chief.
I want the real story.
This guy reminds me of the guy from the Daily Bugle.
Batteries, why did he show up last night? Dick, where does he come from? Does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah, Lois is like, yeah, me, baby.
Don't tell me lung cancer, right?
Well, not yet, thank goodness.
Oh, oh, that was funny.
Thank you. Well, let's start with your vital statistics. Are you married?
Vital statistics?
No, I don't, but if I did, Miss Lane, you'd be the first to know about it.
Oh, he's so smooth.
I assume then that the rest of your bodily functions are...
Oh my god, Lois.
This platter must be made of lead.
Yes it is, so?
Oh, you see, I sort of have a problem seeing through lead.
Oh, interesting.
K-R-Y. Do you like pink?
I love this scene so much.
Say, why don't we find out?
And how do you propose we do that?
It's easy. You just make a distance, you time, and then boom, you get the velocity.
I don't need these.
I need a sweater. It must be kind of cold.
No, you'd be warm enough.
He's like, no, you'll freeze to death. That's what I want.
Lark, who's that, your boyfriend?
Clark? Oh, Clark. No, he's nothing. He's just a...
Peter Pan, huh?
Uh-huh.
He's nothing. Oh, the disrespect to Clark. I'm so excited for this. The music is so good. Me if I was with Superman. Wow, this is so magical. This is so magical. Oh, they're gonna ET across the moon, maybe? Oh no, they're just gonna touch the clouds. Oh, it's so gorgeous. What if he just dropped her? Wow, she really trusts him. He just drops her. Oh, I was right. He's like, oh, now I gotta save her. Oh no.
Just a friend from another star.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Like a little girl shivering. You can see right through me.
Literally, he has X-ray vision.
Read my mind.
The voiceover was so interesting. Also, so interesting, I thought the music was gonna like climax when she started to spread her wings, but I actually really liked how it became quieter and more subtle, and it just kind of allowed us to visually experience the moment.
Maybe next time.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna kiss her. Oh, where's the kiss?
What a Superman.
That's what he is. He's Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
Hi. Can I come in?
Oh, yeah.
Lois.
This is so fun.
Lois, we did have
Wait.
a date tonight, remember?
That was one take though. He left, the camera turns.
Well,
how did they do that?
Push off, shall we?
That was one take. How did they... What the heck? That was so cool.
There's something I have to tell you. I'm really... I mean, I was, at first, really...
He even changes his voice.
Ergo, 1948 to 3 years. He's 6'4", you know that?
Do you know... Specific radioactivity is so high to anyone from the planet Krypton, this substance is lethal.
Wait a minute, Miss Luthor.
Oh, that's kryptonite.
And kryptonite will destroy him. Any questions, class?
I wonder why they made it so he couldn't see through lead. Or if they were just like, let's do it. Whoa. How did that lady end up there? You know, how would she have gotten out of the car and just died there or something? I hope this guy isn't just making out with her. Oh.
Alright, Otis, listen, it isn't that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you, Otis. What'd you do?
Mr. Luthor, I wrote...
Otis! Otis! The third one was supposed to be 11, and the fourth one's 7.
No, Otis, you're so close.
Alright, now listen, you're gonna have to circle back. I don't...
Oh, poor Otis. I feel so bad for him.
At the stupid high price he offered for this worthless piece of desert, I hope it's custom.
Oh, it's for Lex. It was Lex Luthor.
Aggression, confidence. That's the ticket. Take charge. Let people know who you are. Why, I wasn't a boy 10 years old. I had my...
Oh, man, that actually scared me. I thought that was my fire alarm or something.
Superman. Find out who he is. What's he like? Where'd he get that blue suit? Did he have it made? Is it silk? Is it plastic?
We should don her again with the amazing camera work.
Know what I mean?
No one really just noticed him jumping up. Oh.
Oh, Superman!
Gee! Everyone stand back, please. Stand back. It's all right. Nothing to get worried about.
Superman really said, I'm gonna tornado into this hole.
Is that how a warped brain like yours gets its kicks? By planning the death of innocent people?
No. By causing the death of innocent people.
Aha, that was a good line. Oh, the missiles are being launched. Oh no. So you're telling me these guys didn't check to make sure they're going in the right place before they launched it?
Problem. How to make the land more valuable between the time you buy it and the time you sell it.
You destroy other parts of land.
Joining together of two land masses, the fault line is unstable and shifting, which is why you get earthquakes in California from time to time.
So you bomb the fault line? Giant earthquake. San Andreas, basically.
Otisburg?
Who's this monster? She's got her own place, man.
Otisburg? It's a little bitty place. Otisburg?
Let him have a place. Let him have a place. Ah, she's in California. She's literally where the bombs are gonna be. The bombs are probably going to this dam.
Give me the Pentagon.
That one's flying low to the ground.
It's history. It's happening, Superman.
Mitch, touch rocket!
Why would he tell Superman? Why not wait till after it's over?
Where is it? Where's a detonator?
No, he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. No! Oh man. I wonder how heavy that must feel.
Lex, my mother lives in Hackensack.
Why would he do this? He's actually the worst person in existence. She's gonna help him. Yes!
Please, you can't just stand there.
You know that cape would be so hard to swim in as well? Like, water is definitely also his weakness.
I promise. I promise.
Is she gonna dive in there? Wow, of course. Of course she had to do that.
Why did you kiss me first?
I didn't think you'd let me later.
Fair enough. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't. Come on, Superman, you're supposed to fly faster than a bullet. I figured out what makes these projection or green screen effects better than a lot of other films, and it's that the camera moves with the character, which moves with the screen, and so they look more connected. Whoa, that was epic. Go back down, Superman. Oh. Oh, never mind. I can't believe it hit. I can't believe the bomb hit. Boom! Nice. Oh, that was such a good explosion. Oh no, not the school bus. Superman, you have to save them as well. He's just fixing the fault like that. Wow, that is cool. Oh yeah, Superman! He's a train track. That's amazing.
Yeah!
Superman, you have to save this lad. Come on, come on!
Hang on, Jim.
Woo! Oh man, yes. He really said you'll be safe here. Followed by giant boulders almost following on him. Following on him? Falling on him.
Come on!
Lois! 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 Superman, where are you? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I was gonna come down out of the valley there. Oh, those houses are no more. Yeah, that's definitely a miniature though, but that looks so cool. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! Ah, yes, he's Superman with a super plan. Let's go, baby! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. She is on the brink of death. Oh, that would actually be the worst way to die. That would actually be the worst way to die. Like slowly suffocating from getting buried alive? No, thank you. She's not dead, is she? There's no way she's dead. It's Lois Lane. Lois Lane cannot die. Oh my god, she's dead. And she's already buried. You don't have to pay for a funeral at least. The kiss of life, maybe? No, she's still dead. Richard Donner, stop hitting me with these wide shots with silence. My roommate is calling me, but I am not gonna answer.
One thing I do know, son, and that is you are here for a reason.
Is this when he changes time? Is this when he goes? Oh, is that this moment?
And I couldn't even save him.
That's this moment. That's this moment. It's forbidden, but he's gonna do it anyways to save Lois Lane, baby. Wow, he's really going super speed. All he has to do is stop this, is rewind time far enough, and then just tell the people who are firing the missiles to check the coordinates before they launch it. It'd be funny if you rewound it too far. It goes back into the future and she's dead again. Oh my days. Do I have an issue with him being able to turn back time or not? I don't know, but she's alive and that's all I care about.
Don't bother, I think it's dead.
An earthquake, I had this gas station blow up beside my car.
No food, no water, snakes everywhere. I had no idea if you were coming back. I mean, were you gonna come back or no?
Hi, Superman. Listen, there's something
I'm a little confused. Wouldn't all of this stuff still be happening though? If the earthquake happened, then the town would still be flooding.
Oh, well, Superman cares about everybody, Jimmy. But,
oh, he's just dropping Lex Luthor in prison. I love the spotlight and their shadows on the wall. That was really cool.
Who is it, Superman?
Lex Luthor.
He's bald.
Thanks to you,
Thank you,
sir.
Superman.
Don't thank me, Warden. We're all part of the same team. Night.
Night, so casual about it as he flies off into the I was gonna say sunset, but sunrise. Oh man, chills. John Williams chills. Well done. Well done, movie. Well done, movie. Well done, well done, well done. That was such a good movie. Oh man. Well done, Richard Donner. Well done, man. Well done. I'm proud of you. Maybe Yoda needs to get into this. And that was my reaction to Superman, the 1978 action-adventure superhero movie starring Christopher Reeves, Marlon Brando, Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman, and Ned Beatty. I really, really, really enjoyed that movie. I had so much fun with it. It was a blast. John Williams' music was invigorating. It was inspiring. It was so awesome. It kind of got me into the action. It got me into the film from the opening credits. Theme hits, bum, 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 and you're like, yes, yes, John Williams, let's go, Superman. Like, I was on board with this movie before the movie even started. The credits were rolling, and I was on board with this movie. I really enjoyed Christopher Reeves as Superman. I loved his bumbling Clark Kent. I loved him as Superman, as the confident Superman. I quite liked the world of this movie. Christopher Reeves' suit always, it kills me because it's just like this spandex, and today it looks so fake, but honestly I didn't mind it. I thought it was really appealing. I thought the special effects were great. Honestly, I actually thought the special effects were way better than I was anticipating. I was going into this dreading the flying effects because I know kind of that they're gonna do this really bad green screen for the flying, and I was like, oh, I'm not really excited for it. But the flying looked so good in this movie. For 1978, it looked phenomenal. I'm gonna explain why I feel like it looked more phenomenal, or I guess better than a lot of the other movies for the time. There were some issues that I had with this movie, but it didn't take away from my enjoyment of it. I'll get into those issues as well later on in the review, but first, as I always do, I'm going to talk about the reviews for this movie, what other people may be thinking, what other critics may be thinking, and then I'm going to get into the music and then everything else. So 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb and 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb and 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it seems like critics absolutely love this movie, and it seems like audiences really appreciate this movie too, which is really, really exciting. Before I get any more into this review, I also just need to ask you guys, I'm not sure if I should be watching the next Superman movies, you know, Superman 2, Superman 3, and I think there's even a Superman 4. Please, please, please let me know if you are still watching this video at this point in time. Please let me know if you'd like me to react to at least Superman 2. Maybe we can kind of take it in steps, you know. I'll watch Superman 2 and then I'll ask, should I watch Superman 3? Like, are 3 and 4 really worth watching? Because usually 2 maybe is worth watching, but I don't know about the third one and the fourth one. But please let me know if at least Superman 2 is worth watching, because right now I don't have it set to watch. But if there's enough kind of attention towards me wanting to watch Superman 2, like if enough people are like, yeah, you should watch it, it's really, really good, then I will give it a shot. So if you'd like me to watch Superman 2, please let me know down in the comments, or else I probably just won't watch it, and I'll probably just watch it on my own time. But yeah, getting back, I'm glad that it seems like audiences really enjoy this movie, and I'm glad that critics seem to really, really enjoy this movie. 94% is crazy. I can see, you know, if you're not a huge superhero fan or anything like that, then you're maybe not gonna like this movie. Maybe there are some things that you dislike. If you're a huge Superman fan, maybe they get all of the lore wrong or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a huge Superman fan, so I found it really entertaining and very, very intriguing. But I feel like those may be some reasons that you won't like this movie. But one thing that I think anyone liking this movie or disliking movie can agree on is that John Williams' score absolutely slaps. It is so much fun. It is so loud. I guess not even the score. John Williams' Superman theme is so loud. It's so vibrant and invigorating, and it makes me want to become Superman. It makes me want to open my window right here to my left and just Superman out of it. I know that wouldn't work, and I'd fall to the ground and probably die because I'm 4 stories above the ground, but if I could fly, I would have done it. But yeah, I thought his score was just amazing, and I've heard it before, so that kind of just is a testament to how popular his score is, because as someone who's never really seen any Superman stuff, I've still heard his score, and maybe that's just because I'm a film lover, and so so it will have kind of come across in my life at some point. Like at some point I would have come across this score because it's a famous score and I'm a film lover, but I think it's still a testament to how powerful and how influential this score was. And also, one of the things I really liked about John Williams' score in this was that he wasn't afraid to make the score quiet. And I said this during my reaction during the flying sequence. I was expecting this crescendo of music, this loud, magical, mystical music, you know, to go as they're flying above the clouds, especially when Lois Lane is like holding the tip of his hand, right? And then she opens her arms. And you know, in most movies, she'd open her arms and then the music would kind of build up into that moment. And then when she opens her arms, boom, crescendo, this beautiful crescendo, maybe like some like chimes playing in the background or something like that. Like you can imagine that, right? Like this big magical crescendo. But John Williams did something different in that moment. Instead of building and building and building and then a crescendo of beautiful loudness of all the instruments in the orchestra, he kept the music so subtle and so soft. And I found that fascinating. I found it fascinating because I was not relying on the music for the emotional punch of that scene, you know, and in a lot of movies you would do that. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing to do. Of course you want the music to add to the emotional punch of the scene. Of course you want the music to feel sad when something's sad so that the audience is more invested in the sadness. But I found it so interesting that John Williams kept the music so subtle and yet the scene was still so impactful. And I think it's a little bit because John Williams kept the theme so subtle, and I think also because of just how powerful that sequence was on its own, and John Williams knew that just on its own it was already great, and maybe even like making like too much noise with the music would in turn ruin the sequence, something like that. I don't know, but I really liked the softness of that moment compared to what a lot of movies do, where they would make this not harsh, but it would be like a very loud moment. It would be a very beautiful moment and pretty moment, and the score would be a great moment, but it would be very loud, and John Williams went very soft. The effects for this movie I'm going to talk about...
Could you say that again?
No, sorry, I'm not going to say that again. The effects for this movie, I'm going to talk about the effects, and then I'm probably going to talk about Richard Donner's camera work. I don't know why I was going to say candy work, but I'll talk about his camera work as well because that was phenomenal. But the visual effects in this movie, I think the thing that made them look as good as they did is because the camera movements and the actors' movements matched. And this is the reason, and this is something that all the films in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s always got wrong. And this movie finally got right. And this is why I think that everything looks way more fake than it did in this movie. Because this movie, the flying sequences, there were definitely moments, and on all the flying sequences, I guess, you could tell that he was on a green screen or something like that. But it wasn't as glaringly bad and wasn't as glaringly obvious as many other movies I've seen. And maybe that's because this movie had a huge budget. It felt like it had a huge budget from the opening sequence. But I think it's also because they used the camera, or at least Richard Donner used the camera in tandem with the special effects team to create a more seamless transition between live action and green screen. And I want you to think back to any older movie that you've seen with like a bad green screen, and a lot of times think to like one of those driving sequences where a character is fake driving and there's a green screen in the background and the camera is green screening the road and you just see the actors going like this, right? The camera is usually going like back and forth so that the actor isn't matching the background's movements. The actor isn't going back and forth. The actor is just nonchalantly driving like this, and so the background is just so out of sync to what you're seeing in the foreground, to what you're seeing in live action, that it is so apparently fake that it looks goofy. In this one, what they did is obviously they had Christopher Reeves up on wires or something. The wire work in this movie was great, by the way, but they had him on wires. Maybe he was lying down on a stool or just on like a green mat or something pretending to fly, but they used the camera and they matched it with the movements of the camera they used for the green screen. So if they had an aerial helicopter shot, for instance, of a canyon and it kind of swerved like this and this, the camera that was pointing on Christopher Reeves, the one that was filming him on the green screen, was also moving in the same way, or as close to at least in the same way as that helicopter shot. And so when you put the two together, it wasn't like Christopher Reeves was just flying in a straight line like zoom, and the background's doing all of these twists and turns, but Christopher Reeves is not moving. His body is tilting and the camera following him is tilting and turning. And and so it makes for a much more immersive experience, and it makes for a more seamless transition between that green screen element and the live action element. And I think that's why this movie worked a lot better in terms of just what the green screen quality was. And again, maybe it's because there's a huge budget for this movie. Maybe this movie didn't have a huge budget. I feel like it did though, but I think that is the biggest reason on why the effects in this movie were so good. Richard Donner's camera work. I keep saying candy work. I don't know why I say candy work. Do I just want candy right now? I don't know, but Richard Donner's camera work was so good in this movie. He did a lot of like these longer takes, which was very hard to notice just because they were so simple but so effective. One of my favorite ones, and I had two favorite shots, I guess, or I had two favorite longer takes, and then I had a favorite shot of the movie as well, which is probably a lot of people's favorite shots. But one of the long takes that I liked was just when Clark Kent is in the Daily Planet, and all it is Clark Kent, I think he's asking Lois Lane out on a date, and the camera is just kind of following him through the newsroom. He's bumping into people, Lois Lane is talking to people, he's talking to people, he's talking to her, and there was something about that camera shot that was just so invigorating. I'm using that word a lot in this review, but it works well, and I think it was just because you got a sense of just how busy and chaotic and crazy everyone's lives were. And so when Lois Lane was like, I need to work, you know, all of these people are sitting here and doing nothing, and I would go crazy if I do that. I need to work. The environment kind of matches her attitude, so she doesn't seem kind of out of place. She seems very much in place, and that's because of the camera work that just kind of lingers and runs around the office and stuff like that. And you see all that happening, and because the setting is set up like that. So I really like that shot. A shot that I also really liked that I realized a little too late that it was a one take. It was when Superman leaves Lois Lane's roof, and Lois Lane's like, Superman, or like, what is Superman? And then she's like, Superman, right? And the camera's still on her. She walks inside, and Clark Kent is knocking on the door, and it's still Christopher Reeves, just in a different outfit. And I was like, how did they do that? Where was the cut? Where was the cut? Did I miss a cut? Because I feel like that was a long take. And so from the time Superman leaves, the camera turns slowly, follows her into her house. She opens the door, and Christopher Reeves is there. And so Christopher Reeves is here, and then he's there. And I was like, when was the cut for him to go? There's no way he went on wires, because he was on wires as Superman, so there's no way they took him off wires, changed his costumes, and ran him around set before Lois Lane was done doing her like 1 minute 30-second little monologue or something. So I'm just really curious about where the cut was, and if I missed a cut. If I missed a cut, then this whole like the past 45 seconds has been for nothing, and you're like, Oliver, you just missed a cut, so you're dumb. But if I didn't miss a cut, how did they do it? And then I think one of my favorite shots of the movie was just when Superman is like lifting. He's lifting the trench that has fallen, the San Andreas fault, and it's just like the lava and the red and stuff like that, and it's just wide shot of him with basically the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's like pushing up, and it's just wide, and he's so small in the background. Oh my gosh, that shot I think gave me goosebumps. That was so good. Okay, the things that I disliked about this movie, I saved them to the end because most of you have probably left by now, and because you don't want to listen to the dislikes. But if you do want to hear the dislikes and you're still watching, then here are just some of my issues with this movie. I think Lex Luthor was a pretty weak villain overall. I wish he had more screen time. He was introduced like an hour into the movie, so he didn't really have that long to do. I thought it was weird that they showed General Azad, or Zod. Is it Zod or Azad? I'm gonna say Zod, or I'm gonna say Azad, but it could be Zod as well. Oh, I just checked, it's actually Zod, so I'm gonna call him Zod. I'm gonna call him his actual name. So I thought it was really interesting that they showed Zod, the most famous, I feel like, of Superman villains, the villain that I know the most, at least, that is related to, not related to Superman, but that is in relation to a Superman comic or Superman stories, is General Zod. I feel like he is one of the most, or if not the most famous villain. So interesting that they show him at the start. Boom, he's not in the movie. Just boom, he's out of the movie. Like, are they trying to tease Superman fans? Will he be the villain in the next movie? Like, what are the, like, I'm just really confused why they did that. Why they didn't really need Lex Luthor. They could have him escape or something in this movie. I don't see the point of introducing him in this movie if he was not used. Like, I feel like that could have been cut and nothing would have been changed. I thought Lex Luthor, again, was a very weak villain. I didn't think he had that much to do. His plan was a little strange. And then overall, like, the first first 45 minutes, I feel like didn't really need to happen. I think everyone knows the story of Superman, and I know this is the first Superman movie, but I still feel like Superman was one of the most popular comic book characters, if not the most popular comic book character, even in 1978. And so I feel like generally, if we had started the movie in Metropolis, everyone knows about Superman. Superman's going around saving people. If we started the movie at about the hour mark, maybe a little bit less than the hour mark, whenever we see Metropolis for the first time, I think the movie would have worked just as well then, and then we could have had more time to expand on Lex Luthor, his kind of villain story and stuff like that. And also I hated that they said Luthor. Luthor, Luthor. Even Superman was going Luthor. I'm like, it's Luthor, right? I'm pretty sure it's Luthor. Okay, getting into the cast of this movie now, I'm just going to talk about Christopher Reeves, Marlon Brando, Margot Kidder. I'm Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. I basically just said I thought he was pretty weak as a villain. I thought he was good when he was in the movie. I just didn't think there was that much that he did. Margot Kidder as Lois Lane. I really enjoyed her character. I really enjoyed her interpretation of Lois Lane. I was expecting a redhead just because I just know Amy Adams as Lois Lane. That's the only Lois Lane that I know. So when she was not a redhead, I was like, is that really Lois Lane? But I really enjoyed her performance. When she died at the end, that was really, really sad. And I really liked that moment as well. This like show, this real show of grief from Superman, which is not something you get in a lot of superhero movies. And so I knew a part of me knew that she was probably going to be revived, because I knew of the turning the planet around so that someone could live again, so that she could reverse time. Like, I know that is a super famous like De Ex Machina, that's how you say it, right? That's a De Ex Machina ending, where it just like, it's a little bit foreshadowed where they're like, don't mess with anything like that, but it's never foreshadowed that he has the power to do that, and he just does it. So it's like, okay, so I'm not a huge fan of that. Honestly, I would have kind of liked it if Lois Lane had died. As much as I love Lois Lane and I was excited that she's back, of course I am, she's a great character, but I think it would have been kind of cool if she had died and just stayed dead. I would have been totally okay with that. But overall, I thought Margot Kidder did a really good job. Marlon Brando as Jor-El, Clark Kent's father, or Kal-El's father. I really enjoyed his performance. He wasn't in the movie too much. He was only in the first about 20 minutes of it, but man, that speech that he had when he was sending Kal-El into space and the camera's just panning slowly around the baby and he's just doing this monologue. Oh my god, I could listen to Marlon Brando talk in my head all day. I loved him so much. And finally, Christopher Reeves as Superman himself. I really enjoyed his performance. I actually think I like him more than Henry Cavill. I'm not saying any disrespect to Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill is actually a really good Superman, and he looks like Superman. You know, he's just like this chiseled wonder boy. I guess he looks like he could be Superman, and I really enjoyed Christopher Reeves though. I liked the bumblingness and the different voice work and stuff that he has as Clark Kent, but then as Kal-El as Superman. I love how confident he is. I love his stature and stuff like that. And overall, I just really enjoyed his performance. I loved the grief that he showed at the end. I loved the happiness, the humanity that he had and stuff like that, and the humor. There was a lot of humor that reminded me of the Batman, like the 1960s Batman movie with Adam West. There was some humor that reminded me of that, and I was like, this is kind of a mix of like Tim Burton's Batman movie and then the 1960s Adam West movie, and this movie is like the median between the two, you know. I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, I thought Christopher Reeves did a great job, and that is my reaction and review to the 1978 Superman film. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, please let me know in the comments if you would like me to watch Superman 2. I probably won't watch Superman 3 and 4 because they're probably not very good, but if there's a lot of buzz around them, if people do want me to watch them, I will. I am interested in Superman 2. I just don't know if it's worth watching on the channel or not. So again, please do let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.